Wake up to reality. The world is changing before your eyes, and it's changing fast. Men are becoming weaker by the day because they've been brainwashed into thinking that weakness is acceptable, that reacting impulsively and surrendering to every fleeting emotion is the way to live. From a young age, they've been taught to abandon discipline, abandon masculinity, and become something they were never meant to be. Well, no more. It's time to face the brutal truth. Emotional control is a pillar that must never be broken. And yet, in today's society, this pillar is crumbling. Look around. What do we see? An identity crisis is spreading like wildfire. Men are trapped in a maze, lost with no way out, searching for purpose but finding only confusion. They're alienated from themselves and the world around them. That's why there are school shooters, men who couldn't contain their rage. Men are taking their own lives, consumed by regret and pain, unable to confront their darkest emotions. And here's the thing they don't want you to know. The ones in power, they want you blind. They want you distracted, hooked on their endless cycle of distractions, all for their own gain. But by watching this video, I will open your eyes to the lies you have been fed. You'll gain the power to become self-aware of the chains that bind you. You can analyze the world around you, see through the fog, and break free from the prison they've locked you in. So listen up. Go outside and look around you. The world you're living in, it's not the same as it was 20 years ago. You don't notice it at first because it's all around you, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. Patterns are everywhere, hiding in plain sight. People are glued to their phones no matter where you look. The world around us is louder, faster, and more disconnected. 20 years ago, there was no iPhone, fewer distractions, and people were truly connected, not through screens, but through each other. 20 years ago, this wasn't normal. 20 years ago, there was no iPhone, fewer skyscrapers, fewer distractions. And people, they were connected, not through screens, but through each other. So what happened? How did this change happen? Or better yet, why did it happen? The truth is, this world is designed to keep you distracted, your attention fractured, your focus stolen. It pulls you away from what's essential. Stillness, clarity, boredom. Yes, boredom, the one thing that forces you to confront who you really are. But look around you. Safe spaces for thought and reflection are vanishing. Technology has consumed them. Noise has replaced silence. Men are losing themselves, chasing the next novelty, the next hit of dopamine, while their attention spans rot away. They don't even see it happening. They don't realize they've become prisoners in a cage with invisible bars. And now I ask you, where do you stand in all this? Where do you fit in it? Are you just another cog in the machine, or are you something more? If you don't have an answer to that, then I recommend you pause the video. Go remove technology from your life and think deep within yourself. Understand your emotions, what causes them to go out of control, and what causes you to crash out and hurt somebody. It will not be forever, but at least for a short time until you come to an answer. Once you do that, come back and watch where you left off. It will be very important. Trust me. Every man on this earth carries within him an underlying nature, one that is often ignored, misunderstood, or simply never taught, especially in fatherless households or environments where the importance of this nature is overlooked. This nature is raw, powerful, and destructive. It's so strong that even the most rational man can be consumed by it if he does not learn to control it. It's the nature to conquer, to dominate, to earn respect, to pursue women. This nature has been woven from the dawn of time, from the Stone Age until now. Those higher up know this and have been using this to manipulate men all over the world into a mindless zombie. To control your nature, you must first know why your nature is engraved into you in the first place. Like how to pursue women is to reproduce and keep the human species from going extinct. To be respected is to not get thrown out of the pact and die. You need to understand its trigger, then and only then you would understand how to control it. And when the time is right, you can use it to help you. Everyone bleeds the same blood, breathes the same air, and feels the same pain. Yet why is there such a difference between the man in the turtleneck and you? You know who he is. The garage startup, the revolution of personal computing, even how he was ousted from his own company. But here's the difference. He fueled the fire of his darkest emotions in his darkest time. When Steve Jobs was pushed out of Apple, he didn't let it go. He harbored a deep, burning resentment toward those who betrayed him, and instead of letting that resentment destroy him, he forged it into his greatest weapon. He didn't retaliate with words or fists, he retaliated with success. He built something so extraordinary that it left an indelible scar on those who doubted him, a scar that will never fade. Remember this fire wasn't just passion, it was purpose born from pain. Resentment, when channeled correctly, can fuel incredible achievement, but there's a fine line you walk when using this power. The more you feed it, the more it drives you, but it also takes from you. It's like the fire of Olympus, a flame that burns eternally, but as it burns brighter, it casts deeper shadows. The price for such relentless fuel is your soul. The longer you let it control you, the more it erodes everything around you. First, it takes your time. Then, it chips away at your emotions. Eventually, it takes your sanity. And in the end, it could consume you entirely. Take Alex Hormozi as an example. A big name in the entrepreneurial world, a beast when it comes to work. But if you look closely into his eyes, you'll notice something different. There's a certain emptiness, a lack of something that most people carry. That fire, that spark, isn't as visible. His eyes don't carry the same warmth or light that you might expect from someone driven by passion. His ambition is undeniable, but the price of success and the price of resentment has taken its toll. Resentment is the power to conquer and protect, but it comes with a price. Everyone can use it to climb to the top. It's what drives you to defeat your enemies and shield those you care about. But once you tap into that power, use it wisely because it can consume you. And it will. Leave a like and subscribe to Level Up in Life. Leave a comment to tell me what you want me to speak about in the future.